Commonwealth, Commonwealth, the former empire, now Commonwealth. Is it relevant? Probably not, but why not give this part a shot? Stay tuned, here comes Uncommonwealth, the podcast.
Welcome to Uncommonwealth, the podcast, where four expat comedian Commonwealthers living in the United States discuss stuff.
And we're live from the Uncommonwealth podcast studios here in Midtown Manhattan. My name is Jimmy HVD, and I'm here with my co-hosts, Piers Morton, Adam Mueller, and Catherine Rawlinson.
The podcast.
So on February 1st of this year, the Commonwealth admitted its 54th nation to the group.
Oh, congratulations.
Give it up for the Maldives.
Welcome.
The Commonwealth has welcomed its 54th family member after the Maldives' application for readmission was approved.
Oh, of course, because they were kicked out.
They were kicked out.
Really?
They left in 2016. The Maldives was jettisoned from the Commonwealth.
Yeah, Maldives was caught doing hard drugs in their bedroom. So
Almost.
Wait, really?
Yeah. In 2012, the first democratically elected leader of the Maldives basically was outed in a coup. And you can't do that in the Commonwealth.
No, that's not how.
That's not really hard drugs.
Yeah, I assume drugs were involved.
It's really been a tough few years for the Maldives.
The Maldives is really taking it on the chin.
Gosh, and the climate change.
Yeah, they first joined the Commonwealth in 1982 and then withdrew in 2016, and then they're back in 2020.
So that's a pretty quick turnaround. They had some regrets after leaving.
They thought about what they did. They sent some apology texts.
No more drugs, we promise.
They asked Catherine for a meeting.
What does the readmission process even include?
Well, it included 2 site visits by Commonwealth officials.
Well, like,
I think they just wanted a free trip to the Maldives.
Where they got scuba certified.
we'll let you back in.
So the Maldives are in 54. We got to remember that, because I've been saying 53 for
my whole life.
And I'm wrong. I've always been saying 53. It's 54.
I think a lot of people have been making that mistake.
And then the Maldives, the country's low-lying position and sea temperature issues put it at risk for the threats of climate change. It might not be in the Commonwealth for very long, because once it's underwater.
Why is it sinking?
It's one of the lowest land masses I don't know, it's really low to water.
It's the Venice of the Caribbean.
You know a fun fact I learned on the weekend, because I was walking the Brooklyn Bridge, and there are the signs saying you can't put a padlock on the fence part of it, because you know that famous bridge
in Paris,
France?
it's sunk.
Yeah, it's sinking because of the weight.
Because of that weight of the padlock.
The additional weight of
They
all the
cut
padlocks.
all of them off.
way.
Did they really?
They cut every single lock off.
All those people that thought they'd live in love forever are now getting divorced.
So if we just take all the locks off the bridges in the Maldives, maybe it'll stop sinking?
That's what the Commonwealth the visiting official did.
They just
cut the
unlocked.
locks.
Just checks for locks.
Is it supposed to be is it like a relationship thing? Like you lock, a
Yes.
romantic...
Your love is forever.
It symbolizes
Until the bridge sinks.
It's a good metaphor, because relationships do feel like you're in a
trapped.
right, lockdown.
Or when you get married, you're crossing a bridge and you can't come back.
The podcast.
Piers, I heard that you've got some news from from around the Commonwealth that you can share with us.
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you breaking news from the Commonwealth.
Yeah, I do. I definitely do. In Iceland, a country of 300,000 people, they've recently had a massive boom of children being born 9 months after they beat England at the Euro Cup. We're so bad at football, the sport we invented, that we've increased the population of Iceland by 8% in 1 year.
Well, that's like, that every 9 months after every blackout in the city, there's a spike in the birth rate.
Is that?
Yeah, because all of a sudden this TV cuts out. People
Oh, God.
Well,
There's going to be a lot more babies in China.
Yeah, but that's why
What?
the one child rule, the one child
Babies
law
are
balances
good.
it out.
Is that what would, if there was a blackout at home, would you go straight for sex? I feel like
I'd probably get a flashlight first. That's my instinct.
Flashlight.
Isn't
Flashlight.
Maybe a Prince Albert with a flashlight on it is what you could try.
The signal.
Why would you get a flashlight? You don't like having sex in the dark?
Exactly. That's a good point.
Yeah.
No, because the emergency generator would kick in. I'd be fine.
Oh, yeah, of course. We all have emergency generators hooked up to our
The
homes.
Jenny.
Yeah, you know.
The Jenny.
Yeah, there's no Netflix. There's no. Oh boy.
I don't even think I have candles in my house if there was a blackout.
The alternative is talking, and
Well, can you imagine, like, you can't recharge your phone and you've got, like, 70%?
You got nothing.
You got to, like, ration
Right.
your battery use because you don't know when the power's coming back. That'd be intense.
the person you're with just burns through theirs, and they're like, "Hey, what you got over there?"
Has there been a
Yeah.
major blackout in Manhattan?
Yes.
There was one like a year
couple.
ago, right?
There was one in 2003 because I remember it was like
Huge.
the first couple of weeks in the fall because I just started working downtown and I remember having to walk from like Wall Street to the Upper West Side to get home.
Wow, that's because the subway shut down, right?
Yeah, nothing. And it was just like, it looked like a parade. Like it was just, the streets were just packed with people.
Did you accidentally just join the parade? Maybe there was one. Adam's like, what?
No.
Why is this guy
Wow.
dressed as a-
So that was the entire Northeast, all the way through Canada,
yeah.
Ontario.
But what's crazy is like...
No one cared about Ontario.
It was so
No.
New York too, because like guys appeared out of nowhere and just started selling flip-flops to women who had high heels on because they'd gone to work in like heels.
Right.
Had to evacuate the building
I
and
love
then walk it
capitalism.
home. Yeah.
That's such a New York story.
I wonder where these people get like boxes full of
Boxes.
flip-flops.
Oh,
on
it's
short
out of
notice.
nowhere. It's this, like, yeah, exactly. Where did those
Yeah.
come from?
They were like, finally, a use for all my flip-flops.
I've been sitting on 10,000 flip-flops.
No, and they were charging like probably $100 or something.
Yeah.
But people were paying because you gotta walk. It's a long walk. It's like
Heels
6 miles or
are
something.
the worst.
Were you all
They
here for
should be
Hurricane Sandy?
illegal. No.
No, I left I moved to California a week before Hurricane.
Really?
Sandy.
Oh, that was why I was living in the power outage zone for the entire, and you would basically go above 23rd Street and it would be normal. Everyone would be clean and crisp and like moving around like this. And you'd come out of the fucking shadows like the mongoloid just and like plug your phone into a construction site and just sit there and just, and everyone's just, it was a real,
How long was the power out for?
a couple of weeks.
The podcast.
Catherine has some questions. They might be smart, or they might be dumb.
A question. I have questions for you guys. My first question for you guys. What's the point of having wealth if it's common?
Okay.
Oh.
Very. That's. I think Socrates first asked that question.
So is that like if everyone is a millionaire, what's the point of being a millionaire?
And is the name of the Commonwealth, is it an oxymoron?
Firstly, what is an oxymoron?
Is that like OxyContin?
Isn't it? An oxymoron is like it can't be a
The
thing. right?
oxymoron epidemic.
The two words that like
doesn't
mean
make-
opposite things and then they're put together, I think.
Like smart Australian.
Yeah.
Right.
Sober Australians.
So that's better.
There you go.
All right, let's move on.
Wait, no, but isn't there something where they're talking about like universal income where like you give everyone gets $1,000 a month, which basically just means that since everyone like just causes inflation, so it's as if everyone got zero anyway.
Yes.
That's my logic.
If everyone had $1 million, then yachts would cost $5 gazillion as opposed to.
So it makes no difference essentially.
I mean, that's
Wouldn't communism, like what if we all had nothing and then we were all wealthy in not money, but in our, connection with each other?
What? What does that even mean? Like friendship is the winner at the end. The richest thing is friendship.
Yes, comrade. I believe that's.
I don't even need to tell people I'm Canadian now. They just know.
But like, how sweet would that $1,000 be a month if you lived in not Poughkeepsie, but I don't know,
Well,
Tacoma?
Let's not hate on Poughkeepsie. So
It won't get you very far in the West Village, Manhattan, but
No. Question 2. Objectively, what is the best Commonwealth country?
I could listen to you read off that paper all day.
have you ever done news reporting, Catherine? You'd be very good at it.
And the weather is. So wait, what was the question?
Tonight at 10 p.m. Commonwealth country.
But what is the best? The question is, what is the best Commonwealth country?
Reading aloud isn't
objectively.
one of my skills.
Objectively, not subjectively.
What are your
Objectively.
skills? Archery, horseback riding,
Yachting.
yachting.
Objectively.
Don't they decide that at the Commonwealth Games, which
Ooh.
Australia wins
Do they?
pretty much every time?
Yeah, I mean, it is a competition and we win.
The podcast.
I love animals and I need to talk to you guys. This week I've picked an animal to discuss with you, and it's none other than your Canadian moose.
Jimmy. Jimmy's exotic animals. He's Australian, so he likes animals, and his name is Jimmy.
Oh,
I
yes.
love the moose.
Moose knuckle.
As I did want to ask,
What's moose knuckle?
Wait, you don't know what a moose
Wait,
knuckle
what
is?
is a moose knuckle?
Do you know what a camel toe is?
Yes.
It's
always-
an exacerbated version of that.
No.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
But
And yet the camel and the moose have basically nothing in common.
I feel if you got them in a room and asked them some questions, they'd probably all both like Scrabble. I don't know.
They're probably neighbours in Pangea. They're probably.
Yeah. They read the
Okay.
same books. Okay, but here, I did want to genuinely ask, have either of you seen a moose in the wild?
Absolutely. I've
Yeah?
seen. So I spent my summers in northern Saskatchewan.
why is that funny?
Okay.
Really?
Where do you spend your summers?
At the estate in northern Saskatchewan?
Waskesiu
Right.
Lake. Waskesiu Lake. It's an hour north of Prince Albert, Saskatchewan. It's
Well, that helps. That helps everyone locate it on the
For
map.
someone not familiar with rural Canada, I feel like all these specific references.
Saskatchewan is a province.
Can you just give me the longitude and
Does
latitude?
everyone know what a Prince Albert is, too?
A Prince Albert? Yeah, one of the princes. I've met him actually.
It's a very personal piercing
Oh,
on a male. Penile piercing.
Cock ring?
It's called the Prince Albert?
Prince Albert.
Why?
Apparently, the Prince Albert of Monaco has one.
How do they people know that?
How is that?
are you kidding? He probably tells everybody.
He's a benevolent leader and he's got a piercing. Okay, but so you've seen actual mooses?
I have moose is
Moose?
plural.
Meese.
Is,
Me. But the plural of moose
Is moose.
I,
moose. Oh,
there
moose.
are many
Like
moose there,
sheep.
and there's more elk. Different.
Well, elk is different than a moose?
A moose, yes. A moose is
Well,
usually much larger.
Let
Okay,
me
let's
get
let
into
Jimmy
it.
explain.
So here's the thing: moose, they're massive. So I didn't realize how big they are. So they weigh up to 1,800 pounds. That is huge. So they're up to 6.5 feet tall, hoof to shoulder. So that's not even
Hoof to shoulder.
That's how you measure those
standard.
Hold still. Hold still.
standard
Standard
moose.
moose measurement. Well, I think because the antlers never stop growing, so you can never really fully measure a moose.
So you don't count the antlers?
No, personally, I don't. I don't know what the moose experts do. Okay, so they weigh up to 1,800. How much do you think a moose would eat a day? How many pounds?
180 pounds.
And
a day?
A day?
they're herbivores, right?
They are
Herbivores.
herbivores.
Yeah, you got to eat a lot.
40.
A lot of
They
berries.
eat, all they do is eat, right?
Okay, so Adam's 180 pounds, Catherine's 40.
40.
Piers?
I think 75.
Piers is very good at this.
Gosh,
it is 73 pounds a day.
Wow.
A moose will
How
eat.
did you guess that?
I don't know.
Are you smart?
Moose eat a lot of shrubs.
That's a lot of shrubbery.
So they eat like
Basically.
basically 3/4 of a Jimmy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Three quarters. That's like that's my full body weight there. So here's the massive antlers. Obviously, everyone knows, but they're not for fighting off predators or anything. They're purely for fighting other moose.
And
the-
to attract mates.
They
And to attract mates, yeah.
like
They do the old-
jam their heads together.
They do.
The headbutt.
Do they shed every year?
Every single year, the antlers shed off,
Yeah.
and they're vascularized. So that's why they're velvety. So they rub them up against trees come mating season to make them nice and shiny, to strengthen them. And then
In the spring, I rub my head against trees.
oh, I rub everything against the trees.
It's like cash at a strip club. They just basically sort of.
Nice.
Now, what you may not know though about the moose is that they're incredible swimmers.
What?
They'll swim like 6 miles across a stream
With those little hoofs.
with those little.
What kind of
hooves.
streams are 6 miles long? Like wide? Why are they swimming a 6 mile wide stream?
think
That sounds like a river, Jimmy.
They are in northern Saskatchewan. That's a stream.
Where
I
one
assume-
summer at Prince
6
Albert
mile
Lake.
wide
I
stream.
assume they're just doing laps across a.
He meant kilometers.
They're like the guys at the gym that spend all the time on their top. They're very top heavy.
So my final fun moose fact
Yep.
is the weight of their antlers, 40 pounds on average.
Goodness.
That's just carrying around on their head. Can you imagine having like a 40-pound hat on all day? Have you seen a moose? I feel like I didn't realize how big they actually are. That must be terrifying if you
Yeah,
see that.
I saw one in Maine. I went to school in Maine.
Right.
One of the problems is like none of the weight is in the legs, right? So
It's
like for
all-
cars when cars hit them, they take out the legs and the whole body of the moose goes through
Comes
the
through
windshield.
the windshield, yeah.
And
And
it's
then you
super
die.
dangerous. Yeah, it's really really
They
bad.
tell you to speed up, try and roll them over.
Well, if I see anything on the road, I speed up.
Old women.
Little old ladies,
Especially strollers.
strollers, moose.
Yeah. But anyway, that's a Canadian moose.
The podcast.
It's 2 truths and a lie. Nelson
Okay.
Mandela
Yeah.
quote time.
Here's Adam with 2 truths and a lie, and sometimes they're all lies.
We ready?
Here, let me hear it.
Okay. First quote.
I have to try to pay attention.
I thought you were going to ask who's Nelson Mandela.
Oh my god.
That's when the
He's
ADD
the
really
astronaut.
kicks in.
Good thing we're in this room.
Do we need to describe who he is? I think we can assume.
I think we can assume.
Can someone other than
I'd like to
me
hear
do
someone
that?
say
Yes.
who he was, though. from memory.
He's a challenge.
From memory.
Is it like, don't look at your phone?
Yeah.
He was a... he was a leader in South Africa.
He was a great guy. Just all around.
Great beer pong player.
People don't know he was actually quite good on the violin. A little known fact.
Okay.
All right, so give us what.
So I'm going to read you, give 3 quotes, and you
Yeah.
tell me which one is not actually a Nelson Mandela quote. When a man is denied the right to live the life he believes in, he has no choice but to become an outlaw. Second quote, you can't crochet your way to freedom. Third quote.
I don't think Mandela was big on crochet.
Violin.
Wait, listen to all
Okay.
A
3.
lot of violin.
Sorry,
but
the third one.
Okay, third one. Know your enemy and learn about his favorite sport.
See, I feel like I combine that third one because he was involved in when South Africa won the World Cup.
World Cup.
But,
Right,
very
right.
controversially because
Which no one learned from that Matt Damon movie.
no.
The Rugby World Cup.
The Rugby World
Yeah.
Cup, yeah, because the other team they all got food poisoning the night before the game, which is very suspicious. But anyway, okay, so I'm going with the middle quote. Is definitely not true.
It's never the obvious one. I'm going to say the last one is the fake one. The crochet one is real, and because he was a super funny guy, you know.
Mandela known for cracking jokes.
Well, how do you
I'm going number 1.
Number 1 is fake?
Real.
So you're
I think the other 2 are fake.
Oh, ooh. Okay, the answer is the second one is the fake one. You
Can't crochet your way to freedom.
which means that you can crochet your way to freedom. I guess.
Which was his actual quote.
No.
Okay.
Right.
Hold on, just to clarify, he didn't say that crochet.
He did not use the word crochet, as far as I know, in any famous quote. In his day-to-day life,
was
did he
so
say
close.
crochet? Who's to say?
I think he
Croquette?
Croquet. That's a little.
Yeah.
No, the crochet.
Oh, no, but you can't croquette your way to
What's
freedom
the
either.
one that you? What's the game you play with the mallet? Like you know when Alison.
Cricket.
No.
No,
Croquet.
croquet.
Okay. I always get those two confused.
Or you can definitely croquet your way to freedom.
The podcast.
So then, I think that's been a fun episode, guys.
This has been super
It's
fun.
been a lot of fun. I
my
think,
God.
as is tradition, we're going to end by
Flew
wrapping
by.
up with some of our. We're going to vote on the MVP, either favorite line or favorite segment or favorite color, whatever suits. Adam, you're going first this time because you're last.
I assume we abide by that you can't vote for yourself.
You can always vote for yourself.
You can vote for yourself.
Of course.
I'm gonna vote for Pierce because the news that the Iceland 8% increasing the population because they won a soccer game against England, and you admitting that as an Englishman, bringing that to light, that took courage.
I think that I like the moose talk. I'm really into animals too. I like how we did a lot of math.
Pierce loves a good moose knuckle.
I know how much a third of Jimmy is. I got to say moose knuckle.
That's always fun. Well, I'm voting for Catherine. This feels like a big circle jerk that we're all just voting for.
Well, Catherine's going to vote for herself. So.
Oh, shit.
I will never.
I'm voting for Catherine because Catherine's seen a moose, and to me, that's amazing.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And Catherine's voting for herself
I've never seen a moose swimming.
across an 8-mile creek.
Across the Prince Albert Lake.
I was at the communal pool one time and saw him warming up. And then,
I'm pretty warm
I have
too.
to leave.
It's
I didn't stay in for the swim. I'm gonna vote for Pierce
Pierce
because he said I didn't listen to his news story, but everyone else
seemed to like. I love your focus during these 15-minute episodes.
Catherine.
and you don't even have your phone out. You're literally present, but you're not.
I
It's
couldn't hear it. It
impressive.
just all blended together. Everyone
Oh,
was
right.
laughing. I was like, why are they laughing?
When you check out, where does your mind go? We're literally
We're in a
small-
3-foot box. You don't even have a piece of paper.
Yeah, there's a piece of.
Oh, right.
No, I haven't looked at it.
Good fun.
Pierce wins.
You just.
Guys,
Hey.
thanks for tuning in again, friends and family, as always. My name's been Jimmy. This has been Catherine, Adam, and Piers, and we'll see you next time.
Like the Empire, we're almost done. We hope that you've had lots of fun. Was it relevant? Probably not. But thanks for giving this part a shot. Stay tuned for the end of Uncommon Wealth. The podcast.
Do you have any moose meat?
Yeah.
Pretty good. I've had it.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
I've
Yeah.
eaten a moose burger, I think. I mean, no, what's a,
Whoa.
wait, what's
Oh, that's offensive, Adam.
why?
It's like the moose knuckle.
Wait, what's a bison? Because I've had a lot of bison burgers.
It's a buffalo.
Bison's the big buffalo.
It's different, totally different than a moose.
Yes.
Okay. Just checking.
Wait. What's a meerkat? Is that
The podcast.
Just while we're doing, how many states are there in the U.S.?
50?
Oh, I thought you were closing.
You
your eyes
said that
and
with a
were
question
frustrated.
mark at the end of it.
Is it
50.
or is it 52? Do it.
Wait, this is
I feel like-
is this a trick question?
No.
Is this like when you asked if Nelson Mandela's still knocking about?
No, that was Gandhi.
Oh, that was Gandhi.
And both are still.
I think there was some Nelson Mandela confusion as
Wait,
well.
There
how
was.
many states are there?
There's 50.
Did you think 52?
Well, for some reason, I think that there's like.
Wait, how
is there
many-
an extra?
Catherine, how many weeks do you think there are in the year?
That's the
52.
confusion. Yes.
So you know what? My whole life. Thank you so much, Jimmy.
Wow.
My whole life.
You got to the root of the problem real quick. That was impressive.
That was amazing.
Well, what else are you going to associate the number 52 with?
So
how many-
53
how many,
Commonwealth
Right.
nations. It's 54.
Clearly, it's two less than the Commonwealth. Well, unless you're a
Commonwealth
hard-
minus 2, always.
The podcast.